Welcome back to Under Oath. Welcome to Under Oath. I'm your host, Attorney Jeff Kaufman, and sitting next to me is my good friend, James John.
Good to be here with you.
James John, you travel a lot.
I do travel quite a bit for my job because I am what they call a cruise ship comic.
You are a professional comedian.
Professional comedian.
You know what that means?
What does that mean?
You get paid.
I get paid. Yes, I do.
People ask me the difference, and I go, it's simple. You get paid.
Gotcha.
In any field.
Yeah.
I tried to tell this to my daughter who wants to be an actor.
Yes.
I said, you will be a professional the minute somebody gives you $1.
That's right.
That's the definition.
That's how that works.
Yeah. It doesn't mean like, oh, I'm a professional actor. Do you get paid? Nope. Then you ain't a professional.
And you're a volunteer.
Yes.
There you go.
That's the way that works. But you are a professional comedian. You get paid to travel all over the world.
And I know I'm a professional comedian. You know how I know? Not only do I get paid, but I'm allowed to actually go do it. Because if I didn't get paid to go do it, Mrs. John would not let me go.
You got a good wife.
I have a great wife.
Let's talk about that real quick.
Okay.
Because I want to talk about what a great partner is.
Talk about that.
When people are looking for a partner, they go, oh, she's beautiful. Or he's handsome. Don't fall into that trap. Because you know what? The way you look gets old.
Yes.
And I'm not talking you just get old.
No.
But you get used to it.
Yeah.
You could be with the most beautiful person in the world. They could be hit every letter, 10s, 11s, 12s.
Check every box
Every.
looks-wise.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Mhm.
And you know what? If they're not good to you or they treat you poorly,
Mhm.
they will become the most ugly people in the world.
Yeah. 2 words.
Yeah.
Amber Heard.
That's tough. It's topical, but it won't.
Oh.
It's topical.
Yeah.
Because I don't know who she is anymore.
Yeah. You don't hear about her anymore, right?
No.
After all that stuff went down, you no longer hear about her.
You know, it's strange how that plays out.
Mm-hmm.
I'm willing to bet she had something more going for her.
Okay.
Because you don't land in Elon Musk. Like she was dating Elon, wasn't she?
Was she?
Yeah, I think she was on Elon's.
A little bit. Gotcha.
Hey, you don't date Elon a little bit unless you have something more than looks.
True.
Because, I mean, he could have anybody.
Well, what? Okay, wait. Let me push back a little bit. If you're Elon, and I'm guessing when he grew up, he probably wasn't the most popular guy out there. He wasn't.
Right.
He wasn't killing it in the field. So when you get older and you can date pretty much the what do you call it? The head cheerleader. That's what Amber looks like. You date her probably based on her looks. Yeah.
I think I'm playing this all wrong.
Okay.
I've changed my mind about Amber.
Okay. Go.
I've changed my mind.
Tell.
I think she has something interesting about her.
Yeah.
I think she acts a certain way that keeps you interested. And either it's the conversations or just hanging out, or she could be an easy hang because there's no way you get Johnny Depp and Elon Musk, those two guys.
Well, I would say probably you're right. She's a good hang.
You
She's
get a
probably good
billionaire
time.
and a super actor.
You do. You do.
So and she's good looking, but she's not like super striking.
You don't think so?
I bet she's cool.
I mean, she looked good, right? I'm looking at our producer. Amber's a good looking woman. I can't say she's not.
There are women out there.
Yeah.
Your supermodels,
Okay.
your actresses that just they have classic beauty and it lasts forever.
Yeah.
It's not like, okay, you look good when you're 20 and don't look good when you're 40. I mean, you have.
Oh, you saying she probably on like one of those timers?
I'm not saying. I'm just saying that I thought she was okay looking.
Okay.
But I'm willing to bet because of the people that she's able to attract that there's something really cool about her. And I'm not
Yeah.
talking about, oh, she's good in bed. I have a feeling that she is a fun hang.
Yeah, she's a fun hang. I've been to Miami. Anybody who does cocaine's a fun hang.
No.
Yeah.
I grew up in
Absolutely.
Miami.
I
Cocaine,
know.
you know what two people's favorite type of cocaine are when they do cocaine?
What kind?
Cocaine and more cocaine.
That's true.
Okay? That's the way it works.
Yeah.
It's not the same. Oh, well, she's willing to do drugs with me. Amber, I'd like to know. I guarantee if I had Amber in that chair,
Yeah.
we would have a great conversation.
Well, first you'd have to put down some plastic to make sure it stays clean.
Oh, stop it.
Okay.
Stop it.
All right.
I wouldn't treat her like that.
Okay.
I promise you, you'd be surprised. You and I'd probably be going, this girl's cool as crap.
She is.
And we don't know why. We wouldn't be looking at her anymore. She'd be
Gotcha.
just going, and she'd say some really funny stuff. We're going, what?
Yeah, she's pretty
She's
funny.
cool.
Yeah.
I guarantee there's a lot of people out there saying, she's cool. They know her.
Gotcha.
And then there's Johnny who, her and him played Rock'em Sock'em Robots for a couple of years.
Yeah.
And that trial was hard for me
Why?
because I still think about it.
I can imagine you watching a public trial has to be interesting because you know the ins and outs of the justice system.
Yeah.
You probably see things that we don't even notice, right?
The weird thing about that trial was it's a coin flip.
What do you mean?
Jurors don't really know what they're supposed to do in that situation because it's so vague what the issue was.
Gotcha.
Was it truthful? Was it untruthful? Well, I don't believe him or I believe her.
Mhm.
And I don't believe that. It's all he said, she said.
And it's all supposed to entertain, right? There's no reason I should even hear the fact that she might have done that on a bed. What does that have to do with anything? Nothing.
It's very weird.
Yeah.
It's a weird issue because you're sitting here and as a lawyer, everyone's getting paid and they're all celebrities and they're sitting there doing their thing. And in the end, it was a joke.
Yeah.
It was a joke. It was a waste of time. I think it might have set the standard where it allows you have to be more honest when you're talking to a news reporter
Yes.
because you know it's going to do damage.
Correct.
The one thing that caught me about that trial was when I found out that they intentionally called the newspapers to show up at these things.
Yes.
And that's not right.
And that's not authentic to me.
And it's not fair.
No.
But if I had Amber in the chair, there are a lot of things I would ask. But I think I would just try to figure out who she was.
Okay, as a person.
Because I know that this person, I can tell, based on everything I'm aware of, that she has depth. We just are listening to, let's call it, little links.
Yeah.
Shout outs.
Mm-hmm. She has a type, though. Clearly, she has a type. She likes older white men that are successful and have money.
Well, I don't know if
Gotcha.
She could have dated other men. I don't know.
Well, they're not important. They're not Elon Musk and they're not Johnny Depp.
I mean, think about this. Name your top most important black men.
Jesus.
No, business.
Okay.
Give me a businessman.
It has to be business?
Yes. I want an Elon Musk. Give me like somebody within, let's say, 2 billion of Elon.
Oh, I don't know. Like,
is that scary?
Tyler Perry.
Is that scary? But he's an entertainer too.
But Tyler Perry is a business. I mean,
but he's not straight.
How many shows are produced out of his?
Is he straight?
Allegedly, yes.
Okay.
I'm not supposed to say anything.
Okay. Well,
black people, you know what I'm talking about.
It's okay to be
wink,
gay.
wink.
It's okay to be gay. I
know it's okay to be gay.
I've never seen him with. I've never seen him with a woman.
I've seen him in women's clothes.
Okay. Well,
yeah.
Medea.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Hello.
I couldn't do that.
You're talking to James. You've seen the end of my show.
Yeah, but that's just choice of drawers.
Yeah.
Some men can wear those.
Well, is it weird that I still have it on now?
Oh. Yeah.
Okay. There you go.
Especially since you only have one of them.
Yes.
Okay.
But I hear what you're saying, no, as far as we don't know the real Amber because all we heard was what they let us know and all the stuff that we were fed through the media. So she could be a normal, well-adjusted young lady who knows how to use a bathroom properly. But we don't know that because all we heard was the crazy. And I will say this real quick in closing. Men love crazy.
Temporarily.
Come on.
Not permanently.
They have fought wars over crazy women. Men love crazy.
No, we tolerate it.
No, crazy.
No.
Crazy, I hate to say it.
Crazy wears you out.
It does wear you out.
Crazy wears you out.
Yes.
Like I imagine Billy Bob Thornton went through a bunch of crazy.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Because he's had Angelina Jolie.
Yeah.
He's had, a couple of those, which, I mean, when they're wearing blood around their necks together.
That was different.
I wonder how much that was real. Or you think they were really into that crap?
I think as guys, if we get a girl hot enough, whatever she's into, we suddenly become into. That's what, yeah.
That would suck being raised in California.
That's so funny.
Because you always have to be in the hottest thing. What are you trying now?
Yeah.
It's like one of the TikToks that are prescribing supplements for me.
Yeah.
I wound up buying these supplements.
Yo, they got you?
They got me.
No, I couldn't do California. I can't be vegan. Nah, no.
No,
can't do it. No. Mm-mm.
I don't know.
No, I'm not. No.
I've eaten. I do raw tuna now.
All the comedians I know that go to California are vegan now. So,
are they healthy or do they have that unhealthy look?
No, well, they don't look unhealthy. It's just.
Have you gone to a health store lately? Ain't a healthy dude in there looks like that.
Have I been to a health food? Really?
Come on. I didn't want to.
I don't even
assume.
When I go to a grocery store, I avoid the produce section. Okay. No, I have not been to a healthy place. Oh my God. Hey, by the way, I just got off a cruise ship, by the way, and we were talking about this earlier.
Okay.
Can I tell you what being on a cruise ship really is for people?
I want to go again, and don't scare me from not going.
People are a different person on a cruise ship. It is basically Halloween for people. Nobody acts you know how people on a cruise ship drink a whole lot more than they do at home.
Because they don't have to drive.
And they got that drink package, right?
Yeah, got to make your money.
You got to get your 15 drinks in before the day's
Do you know how
over.
much those packages cost a day? 100, sometimes 100, 120
And
bucks a day.
people will not spend their money and not get their money's worth. So people are on there pounding drinks before noon. They're hitting 15.
And you're on a boat.
There's nowhere to go. The crazy's right there, right in front. I seen the wildest stuff of women. I don't know why it's just women getting into fights with other people. It's always a
Like
woman.
with other women or just everybody?
Just everybody. During the playoffs were being played while I was on the boat and they had it playing on a screen. This woman was mad because everybody was watching the screen instead of having fun like her drinking, stood in front of the screen.
No.
In front of New England fans.
No.
Yeah.
You can't do that.
No, she didn't care. What? You guys are going to get mad because I'm standing in front of the TV? Yes. Move. Yeah.
What, are you flying Frontier? What the hell's going on here?
Bro, it was on a Norwegian ship.
I know those are good,
This
nice
was
boats.
not Carnival,
Those
y'all.
are nice boats.
Those are nice boats.
Those are nice boats.
Yes. Security had to come take her to the little, y'all ever heard of the jail on the boat? The little, she had to go to a little jail. Yeah. When you go on a cruise ship, not everybody can drink.
Did she do the arm spread out thing?
No, she didn't.
No, she didn't do this?
No, she didn't.
Like trying to block every angle?
She's still with an attitude, waving her hand a lot. That's when you know women are upset. When their hand goes, there's nothing in it, but they're grabbing stuff. That's how you know.
The question is this. Did anybody drop the B word?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah. But it was from another woman.
Oh!
Yeah.
It's okay.
Oh, it's okay then.
It's okay.
Yeah, it's okay when they do it.
It's kind of funny when women call each other names.
Is it funny?
It's a little funny.
We shouldn't say it.
Especially
though.
when it's not our woman.
Oh, it's not ours. Oh, yeah.
Because then we don't have to worry about it.
Nope. Not my problem.
Do you know what I noticed one thing?
Tell me.
Ladies.
Oh, God. Here we go. It's been nice, Dave, working here. It's been great. Here we
You
go.
guys love when something blows up.
And they can talk about it?
They can watch it.
Oh
my God.
Yes. Yes.
The first thing I want to do with a man is leave the room.
Uh-huh.
Like when something goes down, I immediately try to walk away.
I look for an exit. Like,
I don't want any part of it because you know what?
Uh-huh.
Innocent bystander.
Yes.
I always know that happens.
Mm-hmm.
Friendly fire.
Yep.
I'm going to get hit by friendly fire.
Yes.
But I've been with some young ladies, and I say, okay, don't get mad. I use the word young ladies because anybody younger than me, I'll call a young lady. All right.
Yeah, you're just being respectful.
Yes.
I'm with you on that.
I've been with some young ladies. The minute the fight breaks out, they're locked in.
Not me.
They get big-eyed.
Not me.
And you try to pull them, you try to go, they ain't going with you.
Mm-mm.
And
I will leave you there. When cops show up, I'm not going to jail.
Nope.
No. Nuh-uh.
How many people get arrested? Everybody. Not me.
You're all standing around. You're all witnesses. No, you don't go nowhere. You don't go nowhere. Give me your ID.
Like the gunshot.
Yep.
I want you to know something. I've never looked in the direction of the gunshot.
We don't play that.
No.
My community, gunshot, I'm in the opposite direction.
Listen, I was in the military.
I hear you.
Bullets do not discriminate.
They do not.
Welcome back to On Oath. I'm Attorney Jeff Kaufman, like usual. Sitting next to me is my partner, Craig Lynn, who I realize has heard every story I've ever had to tell other than last week's when I made it sound that my friend called me fat. You never heard that one before.
That one somehow made it past me all these years I've known you.
I always hate when people say to me, like later on, Jeff, we have fans of the show.
I can't believe that we have
and
fans.
they're actually great people.
I don't believe they're fans.
And then they turn on
I can't
us.
believe we have fans.
It's like being a stand-up where you tell 99 jokes about everybody in the world, and then the one person that they are offended for, they come to you at the end of the show and they'll go, "Hey Jeff, I really didn't like that joke. You did the autism joke about your son and blah blah blah." I said, "Let me get this straight. The Puerto Rican joke went down, the black joke went down, and the Jewish joke went down, but the autism joke was way out of line."
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what happens to us.
Uh-huh.
There was a woman, her name's Diane.
Oh, we're going to name names?
Yes.
That's what we're doing now?
Yes, she's number
my
one fan.
goodness.
I give her a shout out. Diane, you're fantastic.
A fan of this show.
Yes.
I can't believe anybody actually comes back to listen to this. In my mind, anyone who's listened to this just accidentally stumbled upon it. And it's better than not listening to anything.
It's a Springer
just
effect.
Barely.
It's a Jerry Springer effect where you watch the people on that show and go, well, thank God I'm not them.
That I can understand. Okay.
I always love when the ones who love us the most goes, I really love you guys, but I'm going, oh, here it comes.
Yeah, I can't.
I got to disagree with
I
Craig.
can't imagine people hearing this show and then wanting to come back and hear more of it.
You know why? Because there's a level of insanity, and we actually discuss it from a truthful point of view. Because it's not insane. It's our day. the crazy stuff that you and I deal with that are absolutely normal now. They're absolutely normal. Hey,
That's true.
8 years ago, you settled one of my cases, and I know you got me the maximum amount, but I'd like some more. And you're, well, I can't get you more.
I've developed schizophrenia since then, and I'm
Yes.
blaming it on the accident.
And I know you got me everything you could because that's all the money that was available. But now I'd like some more, please. And I'll go, well, how would you like me to do that? I'd like you to go to the Florida Congress and change the law to allow me to get more money. You want me to do what?
Yeah.
Yeah. And you and I actually have to have this rational conversation about it. And then later on, we're like going, that's some crazy stuff. But we know it's real because people do have those issues. We'll get a rando call. And here's the rando call I got, which I'm going to.
Uh-oh. Here we go.
Yeah.
This should be good.
I want to get paid. That's always the answer. How much can I get for this?
That's how the conversation started? How much
Always, how
can I
much
get
can
for
I
this?
get for this? And the more offended they are, the more money they want. Not the more injured, the more offended. If I'm offended, that's worth $1 million. Did you break anything? No. Did anything go wrong? No.
That's the best.
I'm offended. I want $1 million.
Anything broken? A finger? Anything?
Yeah.
No.
I think it came from all those Trump trials where, guys, I'm upset. 980 million. We can't get 980 million for a dead kid, but you're going to get one because you're offended. Like, what do you think the most you could get for a kid? 50 million, 80 million. There are verdicts for $300 million over I'm offended. Remember the family from the guy who did the Inquirer? What was his name? He wrote this thing that the families are all set up and everything else like that the stuff in Fort Lauderdale, the shooting didn't happen.
Oh, you're talking about the podcast guy.
Yeah.
What's his name?
Hundreds of millions of dollars.
Alex
Yeah.
Jones, right?
Alex Jones.
Yeah.
100 million. Over $100 million. Nobody died. Oh, it upset me. I don't care what kind of psychological help you are getting. Nothing is worth that much money. It's crazy.
Yeah, I'm not sure they would have got 100 million if Alex went and shot the kid himself.
Zero. They would have gotten,
Right?
25 million, 50 million.
The verdict would have been probably a lot lower if he had actually gone and killed the kids.
And that's what's
Like if he was driving drunk and then he ran over one of them in the crosswalk and a jury comes back with a verdict, it wouldn't be $100 million.
We've seen it.
It would be,
this is what we do for a living. We know
three.
what has value.
Yeah.
So when you see these crazy ass verdicts, you're going, oh, stop it. You don't even know what to say. You're going, you can't be offended and give money like that because then everybody in the world thinks, oh, I'm offended. I get something. Now, we're going to have to decide how much this is worth. My wife and I were in our backyard hot tub. When they start this off, you're going, keep the door open, please. Nope. Doors open. I'm going to have as many people around as possible because if the neighbor was filming them doing it in their hot tub in their backyard.
Hold on a second. They were doing it like they're having sex in their hot tub in their backyard.
Yes.
That's what you're saying.
Yes. The neighbor was filming it.
And he was filming it on purpose, knowing what's going on, or his security camera just happened to pick it up?
He was filming.
And then he made a copy of it and then sent it all over the
filming, doing the
holding the camera himself.
Yes. Doing his own porn,
But
playing
where
the music.
was he? Was he on their property?
No, he was on his property.
He could see them doing it from where he was?
The fence was a little high.
What do you mean?
Well, it's an 8-foot fence.
Well, how tall is the guy? Is he 9 feet tall?
He probably wasn't. It wasn't like Shaq doing it, Even if you're 6 foot, you got to stand, that arm up is maybe about.
Was he filming from inside his house?
He was filming from his backyard.
How can he see over 8-foot fence if he's in his backyard?
He was just holding the camera. I don't know what he was standing on. I didn't get that much into it.
He was just holding the camera above the fence? How do you know where to point the camera?
I'm sure he was trying to look incognito and maybe was holding that, they have those things on the side that show you.
Oh, well,
they have a twister thing. And I'm sure he was like using that thing. But they happened to notice this camera. And the wife loses her mind. And she scrapes her knees, trying to get. She says it was getting out of the hot tub. But I know that they have I know they have those little traction things in the jacuzzi.
I think that her knees were scraped for some other reason.
Okay. So he's like, listen, I want to sue them. I said, well, okay. You're not in plain view, technically. There's no place from his house that he can see directly down into your backyard. Is there? No. So he had to make an effort to invade your privacy that way. Yes. But you weren't in your house. So it's not like he filmed through your windows. There's a lot of issues with this. Now, your homeowner insurance, just so you know, will not cover you being a new porn director. Okay, you could sue them directly and try to get value out of it.
If we're representing and defending the guy that did the filming, obviously this couple is into voyeurism. They want people to see them.
No,
they wouldn't be in their backyard hot tub if they didn't want people to see. You're taking
a risk. You're taking a risk.
That's what's the thrill for them.
But you're not taking 50% of the risk.
The thrill for them is maybe almost getting caught. That's what's turning them on. Oh, we're doing something we're not supposed to be doing. We're doing it in a
you're
place
talking for the defense.
We're not supposed to do
this is a defense.
So this is part of the game for you guys.
Right.
Is to avoid getting caught and have someone trying to watch you. That's part of the game.
This is the defense argument. Talk from the plaintiff's side.
Well, I like the defense side better.
Of course you do, but not the point. The point is every once in a while you got to do the tough
side
wall.
Is their privacy's been invaded. They've taken steps to make sure that you aren't able to film without going out of your way to do it. So you had to purposely position yourself to invade their privacy. But are you invading their privacy if you can stand on a ladder and see them doing stuff in their backyard?
State of Florida requires you to be 50% less responsible for your injury, which is what the term is.
Was this comparative negligence?
Yes, because that's what the argument's going to be.
I don't know if it would be a negligence claim. This would be more along the lines of a emotional distress, intentional infliction of emotional distress, maybe.
That's a tough one to prove in comparison to.
Yeah, I'm gonna film these guys. I want them to see me do it.
She's going to scratch up her knees getting out of this thing. She's going to be mortified and she's going to need therapy for the rest of her life.
Or just regular invasion of privacy too. That's
now,
viable.
Dude. This falls under every question I get about girlfriends going on the internet saying their boyfriends have small willies. This dude could go, yeah, I don't want that out there. I don't think anybody looks good in amateur porn. And I know I wouldn't. And the last thing I don't care
how do you know that, Jeff?
I just have a feeling.
Have you reviewed the film before?
No. I've seen myself in pictures. I don't look good regularly. I can't imagine Free Willy going at it in the jacuzzi. No, we're not doing that. All right. Let's talk about the legal elements real quick. The only way an attorney is going to take this case is two things. Let's say guy's rich as hell who did this. So we know that we don't have to worry about the insurance company because he's got his own assets. Okay. And the second one is you paid me by the hour to do this. Because no attorney is going to go, hey, listen, I'm going to take a shot at this. We'll see how we can do, because there's no pocket to go after.
What do you think? What do you think a jury gives for damages in a case like that?
Depends who's on your jury and where you're at. I think Orange County, Orlando, you're not going to get much.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
And if you're in a more conservative area, they're going to be mad that you're having sex outside.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So you got to find a place.
You might get. I would be shocked if a jury said, "Okay, we're finding this guy responsible for I don't know what, maybe intentional."
Do they show the video?
Of course, they show the video.
Oh my God!
You got to prove that it happened, right?
Could you imagine us doing that jury selection? Now there's a video of people having sex.
I'm out.
All those hands come down. Well, who is having sex here?
Yeah, do we have to see it?
Which are these the two? No, I can't watch that.
Between those two,
these are the ones. No, I can't be unbiased.
No, that's.
But if they're good-looking people, they go, "Oh, I'm unbiased." Can we take those home with us? Guy's sitting there on his iPhone going, I don't know. I think it's tough. I think that's tough. And I was nice to the person. I was nice to the couple. And I told them, I gave them the legal ramifications and everything we talked about. but they weren't willing to pay by the hour for it. And I also said, listen, I don't think insurance will cover this. So I could get a judgment against this person. And he didn't have a lot of money. It wasn't like he had a big house. He was a renter. And I'm going, oh God. I said, well, I could maybe sue the owner, but the owner has to know that this guy's committing a criminal offense if it is criminal.
Well, it's voyeurism. It's possibly voyeurism.
And that's even tougher to charge a homeowner with, because how was I supposed to know he committed a crime?
A lot of insurance companies don't cover criminal acts. So
right.
And people make this mistake all the time. Oh, well, I was at his house and he beat me up on purpose. Nope. That's the last thing you want to say if you're looking to have some sort of lawsuit against this guy and expect his homeowner's insurance to be involved.
Situation might have been a little different if you were inside and they were filming you through the window. That's clearly a violation of your privacy. You having sex in your backyard, which could be seen from higher elevations, it could be seen from anywhere. I can hear you and wonder what the hell's going on out there. I mean, you're less entitled to privacy there. Also, I think if it is an issue, it's more likely a crime, and it deals with voyeurism, which I don't think the homeowner insurance will cover. That this is a renter, you're now putting the owner, that he would have to know that this person had a propensity to do some crazy crap like that, which he clearly didn't, unless he tells him, hey, you know what I like to do? I like to shoot porn from my backyard. Outside of that, I don't think it's a great case. I feel for you. And I think there might be something in it to say, I got caught doing dumb stuff. Maybe I shouldn't do it in the future. Welcome back to Under Oath. Today I have actor Luke Mitchell. Luke, can you hear me?
I can.
I have tracked your career from like early on. I'm not talking like the soap opera days, but I mean Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., a lot of other things. And, I love how your career, you seem to go from show to show to show to show, and it just seems not to stop. How did you actually wind up on Chicago Med?
Well, thank you very much. First and foremost, it's very kind. I was in Australia. I'm Australian, as I'm sure you know. At the end of 2023, and that was kind of a difficult year because of the writers' strike. And one of the first auditions I got at the end of the writers' strike was for Chicago Med. And so I was in Adelaide. My wife was working on a movie there, and I was just on holidays. And I got this audition, and I had to do a Zoom audition at, I think it was 7 a.m. local time. So I made sure I got up at 5 a.m. and went for a run and had my coffee. I think I had about 3 coffees by 7 a.m. just to make sure that I could move my mouth and remember my lines. And I had a Zoom audition, and I guess it went really well because within about 24 hours, they were requesting my presence in Chicago. So I had to fly to Chicago within a couple of days, right after Thanksgiving 2023, and I hit the ground running. I think I arrived on a Sunday night. And by Monday, I had shoulder length hair as well. I'd had a haircut, a table read. I'd met the entire cast. I'd had 2 hours of medical training, and then we had a cast dinner. And then I was shooting. I was the first scene up of the new season the next morning. So my head was spinning, needless to say, but I will also say that I felt so welcome from the very first moment, which was really lovely because I wasn't sure what to expect. When you come onto a show that's been going for so long, you might anticipate a couple of egos perhaps, or, you just never know what you might encounter in this business. And every single person has made me feel so welcome from the very first day. And it feels very special.
I can't imagine that conversation with your wife. You're going, I did this Zoom interview and I think I got it. And I'm flying to Chicago tomorrow. I mean, I know she's supportive, but she's going, how long are you going to be in Chicago for? I mean, is that even a conversation?
It was a massive conversation because, it feels like a life-changing moment. It's a main character on an established show. And, all things going well, you could be there for a while. And I'm now into my third season on the show, and so we've moved to Chicago. We live in Chicago. My son was born in Chicago. I've got almost 1-year-old son now, so some pretty big life changes.
Wow. I can't even imagine, because the old days before COVID, I mean, there was no Zoom, there was no auditions this way. You had to send a tape in or you had to go in front of people. I mean, how unusual is it for you to just do interviews, just do auditions like that now? Just go, okay, I guess we're doing this into a computer now?
Yeah, it's different. It's not necessarily my favorite thing, but I think it's probably it's easier for, I don't know, the system, and it certainly makes things more accessible, which is great. So I'm obviously, a benefactor of that, beneficiary of that. Yeah, I don't know. It is strange. If I had my preference of whether I wanted to audition in the room versus, on tape or on Zoom, I think it depends on the role. I think sometimes there are benefits to going in the room and to, having the appropriate level of nerves and feeling the energy of the room. But then again, sometimes it's beneficial to do it on tape. On Zoom is a different thing. It is tricky. It's you have the nerves, but then again, it's more technical. Everything, your focus is right here. So yeah, it's an interesting moment in time that we're in, but I don't think we're going backwards.
Now, you said I had 2 hours of medical training to learn how to basically, I don't want to say the word fake it. But I mean, you go in there. Is that first scene you're in the operating room, or or is it more like a relationship scene?
I think they let me off pretty lightly. I think my first scene was something fairly basic, but you're still nervous because you don't want to mess it up. But thankfully, we have these amazing medical consultants that are real life doctors and nurses that dedicate their time to being on set with us, to making sure that we're saying things the right way and doing things the right way, and that's extremely helpful. And that's an ongoing learning process. So while the initial 2 hours of medical training was the broad strokes, depending on the scene that's required, we get ongoing coaching, which is great. One of the things I struggle with the most, which is hilarious, is just the putting on of the gloves. Because, in real life, if you're a doctor, I guess, you put the gloves on and there's no real pressure. But when you're filming, you got to do that as quickly as possible. And also it's very noisy to put on the gloves. And so there's kind of an ongoing joke on the set about, whether you have to put the gloves on during the scene or whether you can be preloaded, because so often we have to cut and go again because the glove breaks or it's taking too long to put the gloves on. And, for something that seems so simple is actually quite difficult.
Now, I also write comic books. I do stand up. But when I write comic books, the worst thing that happens is people come to me and they go, well, that really wouldn't happen. Now, you played this doctor for, a couple of years now. Does anybody ever, I'm sure you get those things that they wouldn't do it like that. We would never do it like that. And you're like, listen, I just do what they tell me to do.
Yeah. Look, I think at the end of the day, you just have to remember that it's a TV show. Where we want to make it as realistic as possible, but we're also squeezing as much drama out of it as possible, and whilst also trying to get creative and come up with really interesting storylines. This is season 11. Like, that's crazy. It's a lot of storylines that they've had to come up with since day one. So, they have to get creative, and sometimes they might be a little more far-fetched than normal, but, we will still approach it in as realistically as possible.
Well, what's interesting about Chicago Med is a lot of these shows have spin-offs and there are multiple versions of it. And then they have, where all the different shows come together. I mean, how weird is that for you where you go, okay, we're doing the crossover today and you're going to see these actors from the different shows. Is it like a camaraderie or are you a little competitive?
I think it's a little bit of both, or maybe not competitive, but there's definitely a camaraderie element. But then I think there's just additional excitement or nerves because if you haven't worked with those people much before, you don't know what they're like, and I don't know, like, are you going to gel personally? Are you going to work well together, or you just don't know. And I think there's just additional excitement to those big crossover events because it's a lot to try and manage, to schedule, to like, it's a lot of different actors from 3 different shows to schedule. And I think there's just a level of intensity during that shoot that I think is a nice little shakeup.
That I love how they do that. I love that it's a more creative thing. It's fun to see. It actually introduces people who might not have watched that show to get into your show or one of the other shows, which I think is really cool. One of the things we do on our show every once in a while is we have theater students call in from University of Florida, and they to talk to the actor, to ask them a question. Julia from University of Florida, who actually has an acting question. So,
okay.
Better than to talk to a professional sometimes. So let's do that. Julia.
Okay, great.
Hi. I was wondering, when you're auditioning and you have a limited amount of time to be preparing for the role, what do you do for your mindset for the character when you're trying to, create a backstory and all of these things when you have just such a limited amount of time to do so?
Good question. Look, I think at the end of the day, when it's a really short turnaround, I rely on my instincts as much as possible. If I have the time to put into the backstory, great. But if I don't, for me, it's not the priority. In a short turnaround, the priority is understanding the scene that I'm doing, understanding and knowing the dialogue as well as possible. I know some actors don't mind holding the pages during an audition. I personally can't do that, because for me, it's a safety net. And if I have the safety net, I'm going to use it. So I prefer not to have the safety net. And if I'm struggling, so then it's I'm relying on my instincts, and I'm trusting myself that I have done the work, that I do know what the scene's about at the very least, so that if I do drop a line, I can ad lib in the moment and get it across. I think then it becomes about trusting that you are in the moment and you're present, and then if they need more from you, they can give you a direction after the fact. But if you're too caught up in the backstory and you're forgetting your lines, or I don't know, I think it can get a little bit confuddling.
One thing I love about actors like you is you got the crash course. You soap operas first. Where the amount of dialogue you have is just ridiculous. And, you did a couple, and I'm just so amazed. I mean, how does the level of dialogue you have to prepare? I mean, how do you even try to even accomplish all that?
You just have to do it. And so I think it's hardest when you haven't done it before, because you don't know that you can do it. But then once you have done it, you know that you can do it, and therefore you can trust yourself. But it's just leaping and the net will appear. I think there was one day that I had to shoot 10 or 12 scenes in a single day, which is just crazy. And I think what it taught me was to just throw it away. Do the work, but throw it away. Don't have any expectations. And I think that was difficult in the early days, because I felt like I needed to prove myself as an actor, and therefore I really wanted to get it right. So I came really prepared. I knew my lines inside out and back to front, but I also had an expectation of the way the scene was going to be blocked as well, based on the way the scene was written. And 99% of the time, the director would be like, right, so you're going to be doing this and you're going to be doing that. I'm like, well, I thought, and then, that kind of changes the way that you prepared. And so then I learned that you're wasting your time, and you do need to learn to trust yourself so that you can be in the moment and make those minor adjustments on the fly.
Now, you live in Chicago now, and when you have that open time, when you're not shooting wraps for the season, do you ever go, you know what? There's some serious theater in town that I could actually do something in? I mean, is that something that you'd go, could I put my toe into that pool?
Totally. I would love that. I think for me, it's just about schedule and timing. I don't, as I think I mentioned before, I'm a new father, so downtime is incredibly important for me at the moment. My son is just growing at the rate of knots, and I don't want to miss a moment. And so when I do have time out of work, I really try to limit anything extracurricular. So, at this point in time, I won't be looking for something in the hiatus, but, I am definitely open to doing theater, and Chicago is a great theater city.
Now, you were on a Marvel show. In fact, it is a Marvel show. They've accepted that it's a Marvel show now, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. And there's a huge fan base that Marvel has. I mean, whether it be Comic-Con or other conventions. I mean, how humbling was that when you do like your first convention, you're sitting there and people are just, I mean, they're all over you. I mean, I can't even imagine what that's like.
It's so scary. It's so scary. I did San Diego Comic-Con in 2016, I think, 2015 or 2016, and it was just insane. The fans that come to those events, like I think we're in the biggest auditorium,
Hall H.
being invited on stage. There's thousands of people hanging on your every word, and so you feel the pressure to be interesting and articulate, and I don't know, you want to make the most of their time, because it's just the most passionate audience, which it's such a lovely environment to be a part of, and really, really, truly humbling.
Now, most of the work you've done so far has been pretty serious. Doctors, superheroes. What about comedy? Do you see comedy in your future where you go, I think I could handle a sitcom. I think I might have those chops.
I would love to do some comedy. I don't know about a sitcom. I'd be open to it. I think if I was going to do a TV comedy, I think I'd probably lean towards a single camera comedy as opposed to a multicam. But I think it just depends on the project. It depends on the writing. Depends on what's there to play with. I would be excited to explore comedy for sure.
Well, I got to tell you, Luke, I've watched your career. I loved it. I wish you fantastic success. I know it's tough with a family to try to find time to do those movies, but I'd like to see you on the big screen someday like that.
Oh, thank you very much, mate. Yeah. Well, stay tuned.
All right. See you soon.
See you soon. Thanks, mate.
Well, that wraps up today's show. I'm attorney Jeff Kaufman. Thanks for joining us. Special thanks to my two co-hosts, my good friend, professional comedian James John, and my law partner, Craig Lind. This show is sponsored by Kaufman Lind. If you or someone you know has been in an accident, contact us at 407-500-JEFF or 407-500-5333 for a free consultation, or visit us at whenyouneedus.com.